But then again, he was probably not a summoner. So he probably didn't get a god's name. Bedor.
Profiling.
Bedor was the old name for the Albed race, which were treated as the lowest class in society and worked in factories manufacturing weaponry and machines, were sometimes blamed for worsening the war.
That's
You mean
really
they're
profiling?
You mean that they're Mexicans?
Damn.
I just had to. I'm sorry.
Wow, I can't even be here anymore.
Hey, you've made jokes like that
I'll leave
before.
my own stream now.
I'm sorry.
Gonna request a name change from Twitch to be Racist Shade Takes Over the Stream. It's the new name.
Twitch.tv/racist shade takes over the stream.
Yep.
It's got a nice ring to it. I'm tired. I should go to bed.
Who would do that?
Me, because I might have a job interview tomorrow.
Who needs jobs?
Me. Save that money for the honeys.
What honeys?
Shut up.
I don't really know why I'm taking this telepills with me. I don't think I'll use it. I think I'd rather have the bad trip that can turn into a full health if I get on low health. Yeah, 5 hearts. 4.5. 4.
Okay, I'll continue my story. I'm gonna-
Anyway, yeah, I'm thinking I could barely stay awake.
Wow.
Go ahead and go to
Progress.
sleep.
I think I might go to bed a little
Alright.
early at 2:30 a.m., but you know, I'm just weird like that, I guess. But yeah, it was fun, you guys.
Alright. Yeah, you do sound tired.
I am really tired suddenly.
Okay.
Well, good night then.
Alrighty, yeah, thank you. Talk to you guys tomorrow.
Yep, see ya.
See ya.
See ya.
Okay. So as I was saying, their name was changed to Albed by Yevon, with Beer speculating that the name Albed was easier to make fun of.
Good reason. Oh, it's easier to make fun of. Yeah, fucking.
Fake Bedor were robotic Bedor created by the Arb at the request of Velm to help fight the war. They wore yellow suits and goggles, wielded long wire-like whips, and were extremely weak, lacking any battle prowess or agility. Mages and assassins from Zanarkand invaded Besaid, carrying bombs that resembled blitz balls to eliminate the summoners.
Blitz bomb.
Oh, don't worry, that's gonna be coming back later, and it's gonna be pretty goddamn
I actually
important.
want that.
Pretty goddamn important and relevant. There's a reason why they mentioned blitzball shaped bombs. The Guardian Velm vowed to protect his summoner Kush and led his army of soldiers and a group of fake Bedor to help fight them. Kush went missing and Velm searched for her only to find her unconscious and half naked with Ifarnal, another summoner, in his bedroom. Ifarnal claimed his only way, but Velm was angered by the scene and charged him. Velm attempted to awaken Kush with it when this fake Bedor entered the room and slapped Kush to wake her up. Velm tried to stop Bedor, only to be held down by Infarnal, and Kush was awakened. The second fake Bedor, wielding a gun, entered the room and killed Velm. Kush, traumatized, refused to send him to the far plane, which Velm interpreted as her telling him to become a fiend or go to hell. He felt he deserved it and resolved to repent in hell. It is later revealed that Velm's intention was to become Kush's Jushin, a type of summon apparently akin to an Aeon, by giving up his life for her, but was unable to achieve this due to being killed by the fake Bedor, which deepened his hatred for them. Infarnal revealed that Kush had loved Velm and did not wish for him to become her Jushin, so she had requested to become Infarnal's Jushin instead, so that Velm could live free and possibly leave the island for a better life. That's the boys' side. Not too terrible. But the girl side is, oh boy.
Dun, dun, dun.
The Gullwing's airship breaks down and Tidus finds Yuna has gone missing, and a storm is to hit Besaid later that night. He searches for her on the beach and boards the Aurochs boat, but ends up falling asleep in the cabin. Upon waking, he finds the boat moving in the darkness, with Yuna in the captain's seat dressed in a white robe. She explains the elderly wanted to hear about her adventure with the Gullwings and how she feels culpable for the collapse of Yevon, and teaches their teachings following the defeat of Sin, having robbed the elderly of their spiritual support. Tidus disagrees and they argue, but after making up, Yuna proclaims that she does not ever want to leave him. This is going to be really fucking relevant later. While trying to return to Besaid, Yuna and Tidus get lost at the stormy sea and end up shipwrecked on an uninhabited island that resembles Besaid. They find two stone statues, one of which is revealed to be of someone called Luchel, and another that Tidus deems to slightly resemble Oka 23? XXIII. I'm bad with Roman numerals.
Yeah, that's 23. Ooh, go ahead. No,
Both
if only I
pointing-
took the telepills in here.
Both pointing in a certain direction that leads them to the area where the village would otherwise be, but there is no village, only a dense forest. Tidus hypothesizes that I'm bad with that word. Hypothesizes they had traveled 1,000 years into the past, because that makes sense. They explore the forest hoping to find a clue on how to return home when a ball rolls towards them. Yep, this is where it all comes full circle. Tidus mistakes it as a blitzball and runs towards it while looking around for its owner. It explodes, killing Tidus. And Yuna passes out from the shock. By the way, not mentioned in this article, by the way, Tidus' head was decapitated by that bomb. Ultimate shock value. Decapitate the fucking protagonist. You know, that is the problem. Like, who are these characters? There's a bunch of characters in the story that, like, are not mentioned anywhere else.
It's just, it's kind of remarkable to me how someone can make such a great story and then also come up with this.
Yep. So, you
I
would
feel
think
like
that
a lot
that's...
of people want that kill. That would be awesome.
You would think that after Tidus fucking dies, this story would have ended. But it didn't even have the fucking integrity to end right then and there. Like, you killed the main character. Where do you go from that? But after that, Yuna dreams of speaking to someone who claims to be a god and questions her regarding her relationship with Tidus. Yuna describes Tidus as an ordinary boy who she met the day that she became a summoner and whom she fell in love with during her pilgrimage. She is sad that her feelings cannot be fulfilled, but the gods tell her he will cast a spell that will suppress those feelings up until the day she became a summoner, but not erase them, with the possibility of them returning if something were to trigger it. And then boy and girl happens. Yuna's awoken by Tidus, and they find themselves alone in a room with a smell similar to the priest's room in Besaid Temple. Making their way out to a stone corridor, they found that it resembles the Besaid of Cloister of Trials, only with different patterns and designs. It's weird that they didn't mention this, but Tidus was brought back by Yuna's feelings for her. For him, I mean. So Tidus is just back alive, by the way. Just fucking happened.
He just went BRB.
You know,
BRB getting decapitated.
Lost his head because of a blitzball game, you know. Lost his cool for a while. You could say that blitzball game went over his head.
Ah.
Anyways. Let's see. How stupid does
ability you'll ever need?
How stupid does this get after this? But yeah, similar to the rooms in Besaid Temple, making their way out into a stone corridor, they find it resembles the Besaid Cloister of Trials, only different in pattern and design. In the main hall, they come across the statues of the gods people worshipped before the time of Yevon. Kush, goddess of food and shelter. Velm, goddess of safety. Sloan, god of quenching regret. Arb, god of knowledge. Luciel, god of war. Naila, goddess of protection from darkness. Mayu, goddess of light. And Guarudo, god of rest. Guarudo, I mean. As you'll note, these gods are involved in this story.
Because why not?
They search for the faith to no avail before leaving the temple and come across a frail woman called Kush from Babel. She's not the goddess as per the statue, but had only borrowed that name. She explains about the role of summoners in war and Bidor, and asks Yuna and Tidus what the brightest shining star in the sky is called. While Tidus answers the Blitz Star, Yuna answers Nightberry. Kush deems both incorrect when the correct answer was the Eye of Anri. Yuna understands this is a different world and Kush disperses into fireflies. Because that makes sense.
It's like someone writing fan fiction as a parody of fan fiction.
Yeah.
That's how bad this is.
Yuna senses the presence of another summoner and tells Tidus that they must meet with him to find a way back home. Tidus senses danger and tells Yuna to run, but Yuna hesitates as she fears Tidus will disappear like Kush. Yuna has a vision of Kush in the forest with her guardian Velm and hears the voice of summoners she is searching for, but is told that a certain girl must be killed by Titus if